the shadow of the valley, I would like to settle down. Wide open space, wind on my face, a distant horizon, the moon on the crest, in the shadow of the valley that I love best. You have always waited for me, and you always will be there. Sagebrush and pine, old friends of mine. A little bit further, I will find my rest in the shadow of the valley that I love best. I have wandered many places, but they're all the same to me. Nowhere I found to settle down. A little bit further.
Oops, that's the wrong one. There we are. Hello, Anchor and folks.
In the shadow of the valley
Music sounding, things like
that I love best.
that. I'm a little quiet.
In the shadow of the valley that I love best.
Maybe that's a little bit better. The music like that. All right, yeah. So to answer your question, I was talking to you in DMs. These are the sets of headphones that I use. They're a Sony brand. I'm not sure which model, but that's what they look like. And what's interesting about them is that they're noise canceling. They were a gift. They were a Christmas present, so I don't know how much they cost, but they were noise canceling. You can deafen the audio. You can choose to deafen the audio around you, so you can like hit this button right here, and that will make it so that the audio will like the things around you will sound like if you have them off, and you can just hit that button and then completely mute anything at any time that you want. So if someone's talking to you, you could just flick that on, and you'll be able to hear them as if you had the headphones off. Or, you know, if someone's talking to you, you don't want to talk back to them, you can hit that button and mute and deafen everything. It's brilliant. That's the JP Sound headphones, right? I'm not sure. Again, it was a gift, so I'm not too sure. And it's not the ones that I use for streams. I just use these really cheap ones that I got for 10 quid. I literally went into the shop and said, give me the cheapest ones you got. JP, how did I misread you? JB, I was meant to say. Sounds like a good investment. It is, like, you can never... Like, a good pair of headphones will always be useful. Sorry, I'm just like, I have my chat on my phone. By the way, should I show you... Since, like, the next time I'll be streaming, I'll be doing Dance Souls. If I could show you my setup. I could just... It's just... This camera is just stuck on a TV screen that I stuck on with sellotape. But that's the setup. It's just a TV on top of a computer, on top of a computer desk. on top of... Oh, have I lost connection? Oh no, what's up? We still live? Everything's frozen. Yep, still up. Okay. I'll just try and move the camera back then. It's just like frozen on the one still image, but yeah, you can see in that still it's frozen. Hang on, let me see if I activate and deactivate the camera here. Well, that's set back. Yes, there we go. Okay. That put it back to normal. Alright then. But yeah, it was a setup. It's just a computer desk on top of my regular table so that you could have it that I'm standing. I'm standing. I can just walk around and you're all like above me, which makes it look like I'm very short. But that's the necessary camera that I have it in order to do my dance. So sorry that my flat is a bit of a hash right now. Didn't do a good job at cleaning it. You like my apartment? Thanks very much. Not much to show off. I got my sofa. Lots of people like to comment on the fact if I need to tilt the camera a little up. There's some pull-up bars on that door, but you can kind of see I use them to hang up clothes more of the time than I pull up with them. Like, my dressing gown's just hung up here. Right. You like these? Like to see me use them? Back in the day. It's very sick, man. Well, yeah, it's like I don't even use them really. It's just for hanging up clothes mostly now. Aye, but yeah, I was interested to catch up with anyone else. I did post on Twitter that I was streaming, and I told people go subscribe to Demonstrous because he's a far better streamer than me. But I did. You were talking about like various different tsunderes in anime and things like that, and like you gotta understand like that type of culture is like completely alien to me. Yes. It's like, and that was part of the gimmick as well. I had even considered asking D if like he ever wanted to collab with me, mainly because like I've got this VTuber model that I've the world of the Deres, man. Is that how you said Deres? There, I assume if it's tsundere. Shut me up here. I can hear myself on these headphones. There we are. Yes, the Deres. All right. Yeah, it's sometimes you'll fire out this terminology that like it might as well be Greek to me. I can't quite wrap my head around it, but like we were talking about it in the sense of this Fire Emblem character. I think her name is Tharja or something like that. And but what was it, the Kokuderi or something that you liked, and they're a bunch of like Stoics. So you're quite fond of Stoic characters, like. All right then, like what other dairy types? Kudere, sorry. What other dairy types are there? Before maybe I switch over to gameplay here. I'm gonna get my tea here real quick as well. It's just cool, like you can just see me work playing. I decided to go with Kingdom Hearts because it's a game that I know really well. There's Himderes, princess types. Yeah, you get some tea, man. Still listening. Himderes, is that why? How do you say her name? Hima? Like the Australian princess girl from Phase Connect, pink, and a bit of a freak. Is that why she's Hime? That's why. Is that why she's called Hime? because she's like one of these princess types. Yeah, it means princess. Okay, okay. Switch over to gameplay. Boom. Okay, interesting. Is there a prince version of that? Is there a male masculine version of that? By the way, do these dere tropes apply to men? Like every now and then, I just to describe my prick personality type. Sometimes I might call myself a tsundere, but is that like applicable, or maybe it's just for women? Yanderes are like the psychopaths. Yep. All right. Because I wondered, I know Japanese is like a gendered language, so maybe dere is the feminine. It's just female dominated. Okay. Where is my PS5 controller? Oh, on my Bible. Get into it. By the way, man, it's such a tragic shame that box arts for video games aren't really a thing anymore. Because the one for Kingdom Hearts, that is that is probably the most beautiful box art for a video game ever. Now that gacha games exist, the surge of male characters and marketing goes with it too. So how would you describe? So that you talked about the kudere, and they're the stoic types. And normally I would just describe that person as a stoic. By the way, how does the sound like? I'm not too quiet or too loud, am I? Compared to the game. This game's not really showing up. What the hell? Well, the sound's fine, but it's not showing up anymore. Hang on. Game capture. There we are. Okay, I guess it changes whenever you actually get into the game proper. Plus lovely. I should check the OST. Oh man, the Kingdom Hearts OST, I think like objectively, it's the best OST for a video game. Let's go for Pride. Oh, I forgot about what's the difference between... It is Peak, and the composer for it, I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting her name. But she is probably the greatest video game composer ever. She's done stuff for Kingdom Hearts, obviously. She, I believe, did some Final Fantasy tracks, but like, main thing that you might know her from is from Street Fighter. She made Guile's theme. She did also, is it Parasite Eve, maybe as well, but it is Peak, yeah. Automatically rotates camera in the field, manually rotates camera. Let's go for manual. Vibrations on. Yes. Okay. So what would be the masculine term for all of these then? Because for a kudere, I would just say stoic. Just the dere still? Alright, okay. Man, I don't think... It's been ages since I've played Kingdom Hearts, but I played it a lot as a kid. And this is like the first time I'm actually seeing it in proper HD. Last time I played this was like on a CRT, man.
Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
But I played it like a drug addict. Japanese terms make the conversation and cons, or also its own term, alright. Yeah. Oh, I had the idea of doing this scene with Rinta, the Tema cosplay, because Tema loves Kingdom Hearts. Not that I'll ever meet Rinta, but if I ever did, what I want to do is get a green screen and a green screen chair and have her lean back on the chair so that it will look like she's falling down. It will have like a fan next to it. And we can edit it in a way that looks like she's falling down from the sky, as you'll see Sora do in this shot in Kingdom Hearts. And then the next cut will be to like a Pippa cosplayer, like looking off into the distance and then turning around with a Keyblade and holding her hand out like Riku did, as you saw there. Wow, this pre-rendered cutscene actually holds up pretty well in HD. Most of them don't. This looks pretty good still. Yeah, like this. I'd have Rinta do this. But we like green screened it. Have like the camera pointed at her like her head. Hey, it's the man himself. Demonstrous cinematic cosplays. Yeah, I just like, I would like to make things, pretty much. That's both what I'd like to intend to do with my own cosplays and if I ever meet or befriend any cosplayers. But here it's the man of the hour. Well done, Demonstrous. What a great debut. Hey, Beastie, and thanks, Anchor. Ah, shucks, thanks, man. You earned it. And am I right? Maybe I was a bit egotistical. I said to you in DMs, I think I was... Hey, thanks for the follow. I wonder if my sound effects still work. I don't know. I don't know if you heard that. I can't hear that. Did one of my sound effects play? Yes, it did. I just heard it there. Beastie want to collab with me? I was just saying, I had considered collabing or wanting to collab with you, but I felt that was a bit intrusive because I have this VTuber model that's just been sitting around collecting dust. I never debuted it. I'd absolutely be down. Oh, Anchor said that. I thought... Fuck, okay. I thought Demonstrous said that. I misread in chat. No, it's not egotistical at all. No, that's not what I meant whenever I was talking about egotistical. The thing that I thought earlier might have been egotistical was in DMs, you and I congratulated you. And I said, I think I was one of the first people who followed you on Twitter. I think. But I'm not sure if that was completely true. I was pretty early on, I think. You know, these arts are really beautiful. Yeah, like, it cannot be understated how crazy this game looked in... When did it come out? 2003? You have been, not sure. You're definitely one of my first. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think I'm one of your first. Alright. I forget. What's the one that you should go for? I vaguely remember people telling me that the sword is actually a trap and that you shouldn't go for it and you should go for the wand instead because you'll get healing earlier. Oh, jump is circle, I forgot. Yeah. But it really... This is the part you see, yeah. So, I think you pick magic and then you forgo defense and you will essentially become a glass cannon in this game. And that's like the meta. I always went with the sword, but only now have I learned it is a trap. Well, I say trap because like whenever you do the first playthrough of this game, everyone goes for the sword because obviously you're picking a weapon. You obviously pick the thing that is a weapon. And everyone goes for the sword. But the way that, if you don't know, the way that the system works in this game with these items, basically what you're deciding here is when are you going to get your skills in the game? So if you pick the sword, you're going to get your combos earlier on in the game. And depending on what item you abandon, like I'm about to abandon the shield right now, I'm going to get my defensive abilities later on in the game. So for instance, everyone says pick the wand first because you'll get cure, and more importantly, Leaf Bracer as soon as possible. And Leaf Bracer allows you to heal and move at the same time. Getting coffee, guys. I would still listen. No, do what you like. And so because I'm about to abandon defense here, my defensive abilities are I'm gonna get them later on in the game, but it's gonna be magic first that I'm gonna get, then the sword, or then the combos, and then my defensive stuff. So basically, I'll be a glass cannon. Is this the form you choose? Yeah. I'm a Sonnen, by the way. Now this is an interesting thing of like, this is the first time I'm playing this on the remake. I said to Enker earlier that the last time I played this was on the CRT. And it's interesting that like, I'm not used to seeing everything so clearly. But I'm wondering how that's going to affect the game, because sometimes whenever you port things over to like HD like this, you'll see things that the developers never really intended for you to see. Okay, it's A. Right. Yep. Alright, you've got it. So I'm wondering if that's going to apply. Like, for instance, the boss that's coming up here. Like, you could barely see the top of it whenever you were playing it on the CRT. Ah, gotcha. And so it like had this terrifying effect. Like all you saw was like the outline of its legs and like two glowing eyes towering above you. And I think that's going to be lost in this version of the game because you'll be able to clearly make out what it is. Like I remember in the base game these guys were like just basically gritty shadows, very pixelated shadows. I'm not used to seeing them so HD. But I saw the list of games that you were interested in. I know you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts. And I did want to talk to you about, like, Dark Fantasy and Elric and things like that. Because that seemed to influence a lot of the things that you liked. But I told you a little bit from your tweets a while back that was about my favorite sword. In fiction. Oh yeah, big Kingdom Hearts fan. Yeah. I played them a lot whenever I was a kid, but it was a long time ago. Got my coffee back here again. Hello. Oh, like, and just like playing this game as a kid, it like a lot of it felt like a fever dream. Like I didn't have a clue what was going on in the situation, and like. I was talking about, like, my lack of knowledge of anime earlier with Linker. You gotta understand that, like, in my culture and in my country, I have, way too many save files in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Yeah, same. At least I did whenever back on the PlayStation 2. But, I was talking to Inker about, like, how my culture takes anime and manga and things like that. And like we always saw it as like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like we never heard of the term anime. It was always just Yu-Gi-Oh. Pokemon was Yu-Gi-Oh. This was Yu-Gi-Oh. Ghibli would have been Yu-Gi-Oh. Things like that. So like my only contact with anime culture at all was Yu-Gi-Oh. And like I didn't really watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I just knew that existed. And seeing this, and so I recognized this art style from Yu-Gi-Oh. And I always just associated with like, oh, it's that weird art style where all the weird stuff happens in it. It still is sort of a fever dream and surreal, but that's part of why I love it. LOL. It's like Coke then, I guess. Oh, what is that like a thing for you? You call all soda drinks Coke? Like you call Dr. Pepper Coke, you call Pepsi Coke? It's just like it was our only point of reference in the 2000s. In parts of the UK, yeah. Or parts of the USA, yeah. What state are you from, if you don't mind my asking? Like, yeah, I didn't have a clue about what this was about, and the fact that we meet these characters later on, this completely baffled me. The Ireland take on anime, that's so unhinged, it's different in the Philippines. Well, yeah, like, I'm sure... Well, put it to you this way, Inker. I'm sure maybe as a kid, or culturally speaking, maybe people from your country would always call Western art style Disney art style. Would I be wrong in that? Like, would you see a film like Sword in the not Sword in the Stone, Quest for Camelot, which is not made by Disney, but you would call it Disney because it's in the Disney art style? I'd rather not say. No offense. All right, that's fine. That's fine. No, we just call it cartoons. All right, interesting. So you made that distinction of cartoons and anime. What's most important to you? All right, so if anyone doesn't know about this, these questions, and they're all the same. They all lead to the same results, going from top, middle, bottom. What these questions determine and your answers is how fast are you going to level in this game. So if you go for the top answers, you will level up really quickly in the early game, but then it will slow down as it goes on. And if you go for the bottom answers, you'll level up very slowly in the early game, but you will go really fast in the late game. And the middle answers keep it consistent all the way through. So I tend to go for the top answers, so I can get my levels and abilities in early. Yeah. But the fact that there was no voice acting in this, it was so creepy playing this as a kid. By the way, this is the first game that I ever rage quitted at because I didn't understand how RPGs worked. Where, see, the only games that I played up until Kingdom Hearts was platformers. Which boss that caused that made you rage quit? Well, I'll tell you. Did I pick the right ones? Yeah, I did. But you gotta understand, I didn't know how RPGs work, so I actually never upgraded Sora at all in this game because I didn't know how the menus worked. The only times I ever upgraded him was by giving him a stronger Keyblade, and that was it. But outside from that, I just went with the default abilities all the way through. But to answer your question, where did how far did I get? I quit at Maleficent Dragon, the Black Dragon boss fight. And do you know what? Thinking back, I'm actually kind of pleased with myself that I made it that far with no leveling, no menu work at all. Just going with default, whatever the game that gave me. Didn't touch the menu at all. I think that's what made it a fever dream. Nobody talking and let you play what it sounded like in your head. Yeah. Well, I didn't even, I didn't understand what was going on. As I said, I just associated this art style. And whenever I say this art style, I'm specifically talking about Sora with the spiky hair as just Yu-Gi-Oh! And I just recognized it as oh, this is whenever cartoons have this art style, weird stuff happens that I don't understand. And that's how I took it as a kid. Whoops. Oh no. Oh, how do you switch? I forgot. That's perfectly appropriate boss to rage quit at. I brute forced and played the game super unoptimized. Yeah, well, we were kids. Yeah, I think Maleficent Dragon is the first big difficulty spike. Or no, maybe Cerberus was probably the first one. But yeah, Maleficent Dragon was a big difficulty spike. But I never got to experience what lots of people rage quit at in this game, and that was the infamous cutscene with Riku. But do you want to know the interesting thing about that cutscene? So, alright, I should probably explain a bit about Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. The default version of Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2 is just called Kingdom Hearts. But the ones that came after that are called Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. And Final Mix added a few new boss fights, as well as some quality of life features. And one of the quality of life features that everyone praises is skipping cutscenes. But here's the thing, though. You could actually skip cutscenes in the base game as well. No one knew this whenever I tell them, but if you hit R1, L1, L2, and R2 at the same time, it skips the cutscene. Even in the base game of Kingdom Hearts. So you could skip that infamous Riku cutscene that everyone gets annoyed at. Even in the base game. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about, where like, this boss is a lot scarier if you're fighting him playing this game on a CRT, because like, all you saw was his legs and his hands. You could not see the top of his body. It's just legs, hands, and his eyes. This boss was terrifying. Big question, is this arguably a hack and slash game? Arguably. This is absolutely a hack and slash game. This is like one of the prime examples of a hack and slash game. I'd say like this, Devil May Cry, and Bayonetta are like the big three of hack and slash games. Hack and slash action RPG. See, whenever I think of like action RPG, you're right, it is an action RPG, but I mostly associate that with like Diablo. That's my thinking. I always see an action RPG as like an RPG, or well, like a game that will give you very limited RPG elements, but in the few vertical slice parts where you can roleplay as like a character, it will give you the most authentic way of combat with that character, if that makes sense. So you can like roleplay as that character through the combat. You don't get much roleplay options, but you express these, you play the role of these particular characters with the combat. That's how I define it. I gotta have it then. Totally enjoyed Alice Madness Returns. Alice Madness Returns. Yeah, it takes... Yeah, there's a lot of this game's DNA in Alice Madness Returns. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, I haven't heard these cutscenes in years.
Whoa!
Oh, Haley Joel Osment. I never saw Halloween, so do you know Haley Joel Osment from other things? This is why I mainly know him from.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow. Are you still dreaming? It wasn't a dream.
Still to this day, I don't know what hit him there. Was it Kairi? Did she smack him?
What was that place? So bizarre. Yeah, sure. Say, Kairi, what was your hometown like? You know, where you grew up?
I've told you before. I don't remember.
Nothing at all?
Gonna be honest, I'm not a big
You ever want to go
Kairi
back?
fan.
Well, I'm happy here.
Really?
But you know, I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I'd like to see it too. Along with any other worlds out there. I want to see them all.
So what are we waiting for?
Hey! Aren't you guys forgetting about me? So, I guess I'm the only one.
Was this
working
part
on
of
the
Kairi ever explained in the plot? Which part?
and you're just
About
as
her
crazy
home?
as he is.
Yeah, it is. If that's what you mean.
We'll finish it together. I'll race you.
Huh?
What? Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, the voice actor. Yeah, her home. Yeah. We get an explanation of where she's from. By the way, the voice actor for Riku, he's currently streaming this game, which is fun. I love it whenever voice actors get involved with the community and the games that they were a part of. Is he? Yeah. Like, I love... I don't know if you two are, like, fans at all of Red Dead Redemption, but the voice actors for the two main leads have both finished their playthroughs, their 100% playthroughs of Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. Roger Clark is Irish, and if I ever get to go to Northern Irish Dublin Comic Con again, I want to meet him. Oh yeah, now we get to the not so great part of this game. We have to gather items. Oh, is there motion blur? Can I turn that off? Settings. No. Config. No. No, it doesn't look it. Damn it. Oh well. I'm a fan of a lot of games, just couldn't fit them into my slides, lol. Yeah. I've been playing video games since ever... I've been playing video games ever since I was 3, but I already did playthroughs of Harry Potter, of the first 3 Harry Potter games, which is what I grew up with. Yeah. Walker and his infinite spawning balls. Got you. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm not losing to Walker. Heal, I don't care. No! Did I lose that item? No, okay. By the way, would you prefer to have my face like on top of Sora's face, or like maybe here? Probably better. That's probably better. Or maybe like above chat. To keep the clutter down in one corner. That's something that I played, but it was the first 2. What, Red Dead? That's one nice, yeah.
Show me your stuff.
I forget what you get for beating these. Okay, I think I figured out what to do. It's just like let him hit, deflect it, and then do a combo. There we go. Isn't it like Walker? Right, so these characters are all child versions of various different characters from Final Fantasy. And Walker's from Final Fantasy X. Wait, is it 10? Or is it 8? No. Is it 8? Might be 10 or 8. And like, isn't Walker like a huge racist in 10 or something like that? Sorry, I am slow on the replies. Having a lot to upload. Oh no, you're grand. Are you uploading your stream?
The breeze feels great.
He is, but also a realistic one and changes. Oh, he's one of the good ones. Okay. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not getting beat by a little girl. Fuck. Drop it. Come here. Ah. She's not getting it perfect. Come here. There we go. Close the distance. Oh, you can like stop her by hitting her. Uploading a lot of the aesthetics, alright. The moment I saw the characters from Advent Children movie, that's where I knew the game is one of the biggest crossovers. Yeah, Cloud is in this game. And this game has, in my opinion, the best design for Cloud. I really like Cloud's design in this game. Alright, I think I just need to be more aggressive. Just not even give her a chance. Play this how I did as a kid. Just meathead, onga bonga, beat woman with stick. There we go.
I can't believe I lost.
LOL. I mean, he's clearly prejudiced, but you understand why he is and feels the way that he does, even if it ends up being largely wrong. Like, isn't irredeemable. No. I'm just taking the piss here. I haven't played Final Fantasy X. So I don't know. I haven't played that many JRPGs. Hey Sora, you feeling lucky today?
Sora, you feel lucky today?
God, I remember that. He hated you. Is this a child version of Titus? Yeah, it's Titus. I don't know who the girl is. So. Oh, you bitch! Got my strength up. There we go. X10 is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. Alright, fair. Everyone's telling me... I've been trying to get into JRPGs and everyone's been telling me... Play 6. 6 is the best. Is this game PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2? It's PlayStation 2. And what is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, these coconuts don't count, do they? I forgot what we needed to get. It was cloth fish. Or was it? Are we getting the food yet? Missed the days. No, we're not getting fish yet. We're building the raft. It was logs, cloth. Forget the other thing. Cloth's up here, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, didn't like that. Camera just snapped me to one direction. Yeah, there it is. Oh, can I go in the cave yet? Yeah. So, Enker, it's interesting that this would be like your first exposure to Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is interesting in that, like... Okay, I am going to be a defender of this game here. I actually do think this game has a very good story. Even though I know all of the moments that people love to make fun of, and I make fun of them too, but I think a lot of the problem people have with this game is just that it's a game that mostly revolves around emotive storytelling, much like the Disney films, where like you're not supposed to think that deeply about it, and it's more whenever they do something in this game story-wise, it's always in service to try and move you emotionally. And like it doesn't really allow the restrictions of reality to get in the way of that, much like Disney films. So that's why you like and that's easy to make fun of. I agree, and we'll defend you on that. Yeah, it's like we're like you know, people will make fun of the Disney films. I only saw playthroughs before. The manga is charming. Yeah. Well, you seem to be already on board with this type of storytelling, but a lot of people make fun of it, and the way that people make fun of it is mostly just taking everything far too literally. Like, here's a good example of like we have this island. And people will go like, oh, where do these kids live? Or like, It's a small island, no one lives here, and you know, in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, it's heavily implied that this island is supposed to be much bigger, but you're only seeing this vertical slice of it because that's the restrictions of the game. And it's implied that they sail here. Whoops. And it's the same thing with, like, Disney musicals where, like, everyone complains of, like, oh, how could these people fall in love in a day? That's so stupid. And, like, even Disney is now taking themselves too literally on that with things like Frozen. But I always see that as, like, it's supposed to be more abstract. You're supposed to see it like kind of a theater play. Whoops. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Damn it. Oh, I hate the fact that it keeps count of Riku's wins. That just like, even if you do win, you don't really win because he won that one time. It's like, oh. It stings. Damn it. Fuck. It's supposed to be more theater and truncated version of storytelling. I prefer to use the words emotional storytelling. I don't think I ever beat Riku once in Destiny Island. His AI is very advanced for this game. It's not really advanced, it's just sort of like he's the only one that is the only NPC in this area that has counters. But if you know the counters, you can't beat him. And the counter for like his backflip, which can two-shot you in hard mode, which is what we're playing. That only trigger if you do a complete combo. So if you only two-hit him every time, he will never do the backflip. Oh, no, I forgot you can fall out. Oh, I hate this camera angle. That's me looking up to him. So this game this is an example of like emotive storytelling. It's already doing a pretty good job at establishing Riku and Sora as rivals, and Riku being the superior. Both of his like too cool for school anime style, and the fact that he's taller, the fact that he's, in theory, more mature than Sora. Damn it. They got the Naruto thing going on. Yeah, it's classic. What's his name? Sasuke? Yeah, if you just two-hit him, you can dodge that counter. Like that.
Don't tell me you're giving up already. My turn. Come on.
Alright, lock it in.
Come on. Don't tell me you're giving up already. Come on. Come on.
My god, how much health does he have?
My turn. Come on. My turn.
Lock in. There we go, yeah! Fuck you, Riku. Very shonen, yeah. And you get a potion, okay. Is that everything for the raft? Well done. On hard mode as well. Rope. I forget where the rope was. Is it in the boats here? Yeah. Like here, right here. It's implied that the kids sail here, and like I always took it that these forests are supposed to suggest that the island's much bigger than what the game will allow, because this game is like pushing the PlayStation 2 as far as it would go. Like this game was pretty impressive visually back in the day. Yeah, here it is. So like Anchor mentioned earlier that I've got like a model, a VTuber model collecting dust. So I don't know if you'd be interested. But what's the short version of how I should call you? Demonstrous? Like, I just call you D normally. I want to see, man. I can't. So I need this camera to be able to control it. So I can't show it off right now.
But how far could a raft take us?
But I'll record a video and send it to you. Show you what it looks like.
We have to. We'll think of something else.
So, suppose you get to another world.
Let this cutscene play
There.
and explain it more.
Well, I haven't really thought about it. It's just, I've always wondered why we're here on this island. There are any other worlds out there. Why did we end up on this one? And suppose there are other worlds.
My model's way better than mine.
Then ours is just
Or my
a little
model's
piece
way
of
better than
much
yours.
greater.
Yeah.
We could have just as easily ended
Yeah,
up
it is.
somewhere else, right?
I don't know.
That's the moment I'm supposed to be like modest or something like that. No, your model's so great. It's just like, nah, man. My rigger and my artist, they cooked. I love my.
It's the same old stuff.
No, I don't deny it.
So let's go.
You've been thinking a lot lately, haven't you?
Like, I hate
Thanks to you.
forced modesty.
If you hadn't
Can't
come
stand
here,
it. It's like the least genuine thing imaginable.
never thought of any of
And
this.
it's actually a form of pride, but like that's around for another time.
You're welcome.
And pride, nieces and nephews, is a great sin.
Sora! You wanted one, didn't you?
Palpu fruit.
If two people share one, their destinies become intertwined. They'll remain a part of each other's lives, no matter what.
So this is interesting, and like
Come on, I know you want to try it.
What are you talking?
this is like the only implication of anything romantic between Sora and Kairi. But then it's also equally applicable to Riku. And I don't know if maybe they're not implying romance, maybe they are just straight up implying friendship. I did everything myself, and before I had a tablet, I am overall proud of it, but I had little idea of what I was doing. Well, I suppose that makes your stuff far more impressive. Like your setup is unbelievably impressive. Like everything that you got going on. Like to put it in perspective, you have like a proper transitions and like starting soon screens and things like that. Have a look at my Be Right Back screen. Hang on, let me show it to you right quick. This is what my Be Right Back screen looks like. And that's the transition. Donald the Looks Maxer. Well, thank you. You were novel, D-Man. Like, for one guy doing it. LOL. That's the first big ging I saw. Gig? Is that what you said? But I couldn't have done it my ending screens without Anchor. Yeah, you're all brilliant and talented and wonderful, and just like a round of applause. Go on, pat your backs. Thing, okay. That's the first thing I saw. Oh yeah, the the Be Right Back thing. I'll let this cutscene play and then I'll show it off again. Or I'm disappointed that Donald and Goofy never used these outfits again for the rest of the game. I think they only used them for this cutscene.
Ooh, Queen Minnie? Daisy?
Isn't that high treason? Donald gets drawn and quartered for conspiring against the crown. Minnie's blank expression doesn't help either. Oh jeez. I don't think that transition from music was as sudden in the base game. Okay, yeah, like I'll show off my explain the Be Right Back screen. It just like it just come from I just think like Luxmaxers are like the funniest people in the world. I can't really explain it, but just sort of like this face on the left of I think it's called the my name is Skylar White, yo. You know, that meme. I just think that is the funniest face in the world. I can't explain it. And like the freaky Sonic where he's like pulling the hair back and like licking his lips and things like that. Oh, I almost did it there. No, I could almost my jaw there. I could almost do like that freaky Sonic thing. The Chad meme. It's not really like Chad, but it's specifically like Luxmaxers. It's like, okay, I am old enough to remember this term. I don't know if you all have ever heard this term. Do you know what metrosexual means? Because Luxmaxers are basically the modern day metrosexuals. If you don't know what it means, maybe Anchor isn't familiar. But it's basically a straight man, a heterosexual man, who cares just that little bit too much about their appearance to the point where they look gay. They're completely straight, but they look gay. I know the term, forgot what it means. Yeah, it's a straight man who cares a little bit too much about his appearance to the point where people think he's gay. And that's the case with Luxmaxers. They're just sort of like deeply they appear to be deeply in the closet men, despite the fact that like I think most of them are straight. That's so cool to learn. Yeah. That's the term that what that means, metrosexual. By the way, I say all this, I'm saying all this is fun. I find myself, I'm a metrosexual. I care the way that I think like whenever you're a dude with long hair, to a point, you're a metrosexual. Where like, you cared enough about your appearance that you decided to grow your hair out and make it look nice. But whenever most people are talking about metrosexuals, they're the type of guy who they'll have like a skincare routine. They'll, might go so far as to wear makeup or spray tan. And I would wear makeup if I can make it work. Sora, Raph needs a name. How about High Wing? That's gay. What would you call it? Oh, what are we calling the raft? Excalibur? No. Something funny. Metro Seal. Metro Seal. Like metrosexual or the metrosexual. That's pretty good. Metro. Seal. And we'll do an L with a little dot on the end so people know that we're not messing around. Seal. Shul. Suddenly Metroman's name makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Do you know, like, Mega Man gets memed a lot. Me? Well, Metro Sealy screams it. Oh, that was an I, no, not another L. Oh, whoops. Hey, how about the usual? Let's do it. Oh, it's the fucking race. Yeah. I don't think I've ever done the race here. You guys at it again, right? I'll be the judge. Mega Man is a fantastic film. It's alright. But, like, Mega Man is interesting. Funny thing about Mega Mind. So you know that scene where, like, Metro Man comes in and is just like, my death was greatly exaggerated. So, you're the punk kid I've been hearing about. And then it cuts to in between, like, his legs. I always used to think, and you know, it cuts between his legs, and then like his cape flaps, and there's like a big gust of wind. I always thought that the implication was that he just took a massive fart, and that's what made his cape fly back and things like that. But no, it's supposed to be that he flexed his calves really, really hard. But like as a kid, I always thought, I spent years thinking that was the case. That he just made a massive rip to intimidate the ginger. I forget his name. No, it sounds French.
If I win, I'm captain. And if you win,
I get to share the Palpu with Kyrie.
Yeah, again, this right here is like
winner gets
the
to share
only romantic reference
wait a minute.
between these three and Kyrie. Because Sora's like shy, is just like, oh, wait a minute, whoa, girls? Oh, fuck, I done it. Yeah, I think I've scunnered it. Now I have to go to the bottom part like a bitch. Oh, what? I can't go through there. I forgot. Ah, no. Shit. I fucked it. I fucked it. Eat my ass, Riku. You emo bitch. He walked. Was that his downfall? No! Fuck you! And he, like, emoted on me. Fuck you. Oh, and it still keeps track of my losses from fighting. Kill yourself, Riku. Alright, we're naming it Raft High Wing. Fine, fuck it. Alright, that's the challenge again. What do you need to do? We have to make... It's supposed to be like provisions for the food. By the way, like, you guys enjoying the stream? It's like, you'll make a far better streamer than me. D, because like straight up I'm just too lazy for it, is like the end result of it. And like, let me explain this very well, in that like streaming is a lot more of just like an endurance test. It really isn't about like how talented you are. It's more so the case, can you stream consistently is the be-all or end-all factor, really. Because like, I made the mistake of like, I tried my best to do like these really creative, difficult streams. Like, I don't think you two are really familiar with what I did, or maybe you've seen some videos, but like, what I always did was try to do things like play Dark Souls and dance at the same time, or try and play Kingdom Come Deliverance role-playing as Robin Hood, or playing the Harry Potter games and giving a bunch of like interesting trivia. And they're like, and they're good streams, and I like those streams, and I'm proud of them. But they're very niche, and they like they were kind of like you just had to be there to experience the moments, kind of things, and it's hard to really enjoy them retroactively. I tried to do that, capture what they were like with highlight videos and things like that, but it's not the same. And well, I'm trying to build my endurance. Gotcha. Yeah. I get you. And so, but like I ended up just burning myself out and like trying to do 2 difficult streams. And like I don't think I'll continue much. I'm mainly just doing this for fun and so I could chat with you guys because like I'm talking to Anchor and you in DMs and like I'm really annoyed. I'm dyslexic, by the way. And I'm really annoyed whenever I'm talking to you two in DMs because I'm dyslexic. It's basically the same as talking to, as if I were ESL. And like this way allows me to have full access to my complete vocabulary and allow me to express myself with like my voice, my gesticulations, my just like tone and things like that, because I feel like I get misunderstood a lot. Yeah, planning on pacing myself. My debut stream was me trying to put my best foot forward and move from here. Yeah. Like, I look forward to your like Darksiders streams mainly to hear what you think of them, because I have mixed feelings about Darksiders, and like I've mostly played 2. And like in theory I like 2, but it's like with that game specifically, I always get burnout with it. Around the time when you're like having to collect the guns of the King of the Undead. Whenever you beat that boss in the arena and the king is just like, go collect my guns, and then you need to go out and get these 3 dickheads. That's usually whenever I burn out with Darksiders 2. Alright, what do I need to get, Kyrie? Seagull eggs, mushrooms, coconuts, fish. Yeah, and water. I forget where you get the water. The mushroom here. Would it be better for you if I ever voice chat? It would. You don't need to voice chat yourself. Like, if you can if you want. But I've absolutely done things where I just do the talking and the other person does text. Or I do voice messages a lot of the time if I need to explain something complicated in a short amount of time. But Vigil and Gunfire really tried. Is that the name of the guns? Of the King of the Dead? Oh, sorry, I misread this bit. Darksiders 2 is my favorite, but its flaws show largely because THQ bets the entire farm on the game, and the dev cycle was rough. Yeah, THQ... If you think that was rough, God help you if you're a Saints Row fan. I am a Saints Row fan, and man, that is like you don't know development hell until like you've heard the stories behind that. That is actual development hell. I think it's if you do this. Nope. Oh no, Gunfire is the successor to Vigil, former Vigil devs. Were Vigil the ones, were they involved in Darksiders 2? Is that the idea? What do I still need to get here? Are the seagulls here? There's water, coconuts. Vigil were the original Darksiders devs studios. Okay. I always just knew it as like THQ. Maybe that's quite shitty of me to diminish the work of these other people. All good, all fine. Well, they're gone now, you know, so I'm not expecting them to come and send a hitman after me. I know you get the coconuts from one of the trees here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, is that the egg, maybe? Well, that might be the egg. How are you feeling about this opening level? I like it in concept. But Playing it is like, you know. Maybe you hit this. Oh no, wait, you climb this first. That's the seagull egg. That is a massive seagull egg. The coconuts. Are they here? Yeah, you need to get the green coconuts specifically. I thought I saw one fall earlier. Right. No, it's not these. It's a good tutorial level to teach you the basic games mechanics. Well, yeah, but that's any tutorial level. But is it fun to play? I was talking about this. I was thinking about this earlier, where I think Dark Souls and Demon Souls have probably the two best, or Dark Souls specifically has one of the best tutorials in a game. It's really good. To the point where, like, I'm kind of annoyed at the one in Elden Ring. Because I don't think it does a good job at preparing the player. Like, I look at Kai Cenat's stream of Elden Ring, where he's stuck there for hours fighting a boss that you're not supposed to kill at that point. And it's just sort of like, is that good game design? Really? That, like, a player can just get confused like that and like, oh, well, Dark Souls has the reputation of being the hard game, so, like, I guess you're supposed to fight this thing right now. And it's like, no, you're not, but game doesn't really tell you that. I thought it was fun to play the first time round, in my honest opinion, less so in subsequent playthroughs, but I don't dislike it. Yeah. It is great conceptually, and that, like, it puts you in the space of being like this kid. Like, this is supposed to be the innocent times. This is the calm before the storm, literally. Because the storm follows this. There we go. That's one coconut. That's two. I forgot to get the fish in there. Three. I think it was three that I needed. Forget where you get the drinking water, though. Maybe the waterfall? Was that it? Or that. Maybe. A little spout. Well, I'm down here anyway, so. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And I think... Do we need something from the cave now? Let's get the fish and then explore the cave. So what are your hopes and ambitions, aside from courting Dizzy, with your streaming career, D? Hold on a minute. Am I just now realizing that the D in Demonstrous stands for Dizzy? No, it's not. Because of your lore. No, it stands for demonstrably. There we go. I still think it's diabolical. Diabolical works better. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I think Ink's cooking. I think it should be diabolical. Oh yeah, I like this cutscene. This is way more pixelated in the base game on the PlayStation 2. All this graffiti was. Okay, I'm wrong. This is the only other time where there's anything romantically implied between these two. But like, you never really got the feeling that these two were a couple in any game after this. That's why Kairi kind of sucks. And I used to think that this was a...
Who's there?
Oh.
I've come to see the door to this world.
Oh, and it's still Billy Zane, yes!
This world has been connected.
Well, what are you talking about?
Tied to the
I'm gonna let
darkness,
this play and then give my thoughts.
soon to be completely eclipsed.
By the way, in the base
Whoever you are,
PlayStation 2 version of this
stop freaking me out
game,
like this.
you could not see this dude. He was completely shadow.
Where did you come from?
You do not yet know what
You could not
lies
see him at all.
beyond the door.
So you're from another world.
There is so very much to learn.
And they're,
Understand so little.
Oh yeah? Well, you'll
and I
see.
think this design is kind of supposed to be never seen. Like, you're not really supposed to see this dude because now in HD and with the lighting, and I can see this guy, this design does kind of look a little silly. He looks like a very, especially in Dream Drop Distance when they use this again, and we just see him in the daytime, and I'm not gonna lie, he looks like a chicken nugget. Like, but I read chat here real quick. Send the music. By courting Dizzing, I could only be so fortunate, but goals, I'm looking to be modest and see how far I go. First is getting to 500 subs and being monetized if I can. So is that the Xehanort guy? Ha! Oh boy. We don't get to Xehanort for quite some time, Inc. But that was Ansem, and Ansem will make more sense as you play the game. I don't want to spoil too much. First, if finding my niche, marketing, definitely want to update, redraw my model, and rigging. My rigger did a fantastic job. Yeah, I do think, like, you've got a solid niche. Like, I like the fact that you have a very clear identity. And you're not, like... You're not, like, buff anime boy number 3 million, you know? You know what I mean? You could have very easily gone with, like, an anime boy with, like, cat ears and open jackets showing, like, a 12-pack of abs. Could have very easily gone with that and gotten yourself a couple, like, underage fangirls to groom, you know? and you could have been satisfied with that, but no, you decided to go for this specific niche of these, specifically of the edgy late 2000s and early 2010s, whenever every game on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox had these, like, grunt enemies that were these grey, hulking orcs things. Things like Gears of War, Resistance, Darksiders. I could have, but that's not my speed. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I understood the aesthetic. It's very much PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 era gaming. I even made a video about that you might be interested in. It's called the Beauty of the 7th Gen on my channel, where, like, I talk a bit about where, like, there was this specific period. I need to go back to Kyrie. Sorry, I'm fucking around. I'm not gonna even try and fight all those guys at once. That's what for Inker. That's what he's up there for. You can talk to him and fight all of the 3 children plus Riku in one big all-out brawl. I forget what your reward is if you manage to pull it off, but I remember not being... I think it's an ether, maybe. That's what you get. I'll check it out, maybe even watch it on stream. It's not long. It's like 4 minutes. Basically me talking about, like... the very specific aesthetic of that time period. Like, things like murky textures, a lot more gritty art styles, the over-reliance of bloom, things like that. It all created this very specific style of that time period. Oh, that was not a great angle of Kyrie. Right, what do we need to do? One fish. I forgot a fish. Right, fine. Fuck it. This is the last thing in the day to do before we get into the game proper. Well, I say that, not that this isn't the game proper. This is the game. This is gameplay. Pretty much a D-Man style goes into my lane too. Well, you like other things. Well, D-Man likes other things as well. I always associate you more like D likes his men, his big buff orcish men. Well, whereas you like, not that you don't like that as well, but you like your boys as well. Which I don't think that D-Man is much of a boy lover. I like a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah. I very, the way that you two type sound effects, your pfft and your ee, I have very like specific audios in my head about what those sound like. Like, I'm not, but my oh she is. Yeah, she's a big boy lover. What to call it day? Yeah. Right, let this cutscene play out. I was talking about this with Anchor earlier, where I forget what noise she made, but she wrote out a noise in text, and like I imagine, whenever I read it, I imagine it in like an anime girl's, context. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are more romantic moments with Sora and Kairi, but I remember like it's almost dropped in the later games.
You're the one that's changed, Kairi.
Maybe.
Yeah, I forgot about these moments.
You know, I was a little afraid at
It's
first.
yeah, that's it.
Now I'm ready.
Whenever you wrote that, I specifically heard it as like you know how the anime girls do it.
I know I can always come back.
Obata, bleh.
Yeah, of course.
That's good. Sora,
Who's the voice
you'll
actor for
never get
Kairi again?
Huh?
Forget. Because they're all supposed to be famous
until
Disney
next
cast
year.
members.
It'll be great.
And those W's are like a wehehe. Donald! I can't do a Mickey voice. I'm envious of anyone who can do impressions. Sorry to rush off. Are there any impressions I can do? Comic book... Nah, I used to be able to do comic book guy. Oh, I used to be able to do Plankton from SpongeBob. Let me make some tea. I'll let this cutscene play out. Let me get some tea here real quick. Go ahead and read Mickey. Also, I'm planning on streaming tomorrow playing Frosted Love.
Oh dear.
Is that any relation to Toxic Love, the Jim Carrey song?
It means we'll just have to trust the king.
Gorge, I sure hope he's all right.
Oh no, wait, I'm retarded. That's the Dizzy's dating sim.
Thank you, both of you.
Of course. You be careful now, both of you.
Oh, and to chronicle your travels, he will accompany you.
Over here! Cricket's the name. Jiminy Cricket at your service.
Yeah, I can't imagine I'll be streaming for that long.
Please.
So I'll not be overtaken. By the way, I doubt that my streaming times and your streaming times are gonna line up because, my god, it was like 3 AM whenever you were streaming last time. I don't think I could do that again. So if I don't tune into your streams that much, I apologize.
Gorge, Jiminy, your world disappeared too?
Hee hee, I'm watching 2 streams again. Yeah, I hope I'm entertaining.
Only one who made it.
I try to be funny, I try to be smart, I try to, like, give you some trivia that you might not know before.
Right. Well, I got you.
Or heard of.
You mean while we're in other worlds?
Because, like, the big focus of my channel back in the day was, like, analysis on
Protect the world.
certain bits of arts, because I was a huge Matthew Matosis fan.
Right. World order. Oh, I guess guess we'll need new duds when we get there. Oh.
I kind of did that with the Harry Potter streams. Are you two fans of Harry Potter? If so, I would recommend those Harry Potter videos I did, because I think they're quite good, even though they flopped. Beastie, in my DMs is already fun. I thought you were never gonna stream. I didn't plan to, but like, yeah, D really, kicked me in the ass, and was just sort of like, you know what, I'm gonna do it again. But I'm glad you find my DMs fun. Yeah, I find you, talking to you fun as well. In the back, yeah, I've told you this before, and I need to fucking drop this because it's quite pathetic, but in the back of my head, this is just like a paranoid thing I have with, past interactions, but I always think like, am I DMing her too much? Am I annoying or whatever? But no. I need to get over that and accept the fact that maybe, possibly, people might actually enjoy my company. You're not alone in feeling that. I'm the same way. About the fact whenever I mess with a lot of folks. Well, you see, the thing is with me, it's partly to do with the disability again, where I get overwhelmed with like even online group chats of texts, or if it's going, or that's why I don't really chat that much in Lumi streams. Is like the text goes by too fast and too many people are talking, and I like get overwhelmed. So whenever I talk to people online, it's mostly through DMs, but a lot of people find that really like personal and intimate, and they get like, ooh, get away from me. You know, they think that I have ulterior motives whenever I DM people, but no, it's just that whenever I talk in group chats, sometimes it's too much information for me to process, and I can't join in as much as I'd like to. But whenever I mess a lot of folks, I do thought a lot of times I talk too much. That makes people irritated. No, I wish I could talk to you more. I love hearing you yap away.
Riku's boat.
I understand very much. Yeah. By the way, whenever I talk about like mental problems, just to get this clear, I'm dyslexic and have Asperger's syndrome. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Oh shit. There's no pause. All right, hang on. Let me get my tea real quick. Okay. But I also love this little moment in storytelling in this game where like this, what you're about to see up here, it's so good, this little part of, I can't fight these minions. Like, I don't have the power, I don't have the sword that I did before. It's just like a great little moment, and you're like, what the fuck is this? I gotta find Riku first, yep. So am I goated? Can I just jump up here? Yeah, I'm goated. This is like a great little moment. Right here.
Where's Kairi? I thought she was with you.
The door is open.
Well, I understand very much,
The door
yeah.
is open, Sora. Now we can go to the outside world.
What are you talking about? We gotta find Kairi.
And sorry to cut out and run, but I gotta head out. But thanks for having me, and a great stream. Take care. Yeah, I imagine I'll be like
We may never see our parents
wrapping
again.
up soon.
There's no turning back.
But I'm still enjoying
This may be
myself.
our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness.
It's fucking music.
Riku.
Later, Beastie. Later, Anchor. Bye. Bye, Demonstrous. Wait, man, I'm still, here. No, I was just reading what he wrote. And look at this! Oh, the anime! And by the way, whenever I was a kid, and I found out that this was the main weapon, of this game, I was so disappointed because I was like, it's a fucking key? I wanted a sword, man. Because I'm like about 7 here. But like, a key? That's so lame. But little did I know, the Keyblade is actually goated. It's a big ass metal pipe, man. I wish it made the sound effect. Someone needs to mod that of making a big metal pipe sound effect every time you use the Keyblade. Alright, yeah, you don't need to fight these things. It's supposed to, like, overwhelm you. And it's like, there's too many of them, we gotta get out of here! So can I ask you, are you a fan of Harry Potter at all? And I wish they answered that whenever he was here, because I got some videos to recommend. Okay, yeah, again, I was wrong. There are more romantic moments. Oh, also, whenever I was a kid, I thought, like, did Kairi go inside of him? I'm a fan, but not... Oh, I'll read that in a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this guy was way scarier in the base game. Oh yeah, and he shoots laser beams now. Oh yeah, you can climb him. I forgot. But yeah, the reason why I asked if you're like Harry Potter is because I think my Harry Potter streams are some of my best, and my highlight videos... Oh god, we're stuck with this fucking sound effect. Then I'm about to die. Oh wait, can we kill some Heartless and get some health and get rid of that sound? There we go, alright. Oh fuck. Now, is this gravity? Spell that? Oh no, he puts this in the air, and then that's... Okay, thank god. That rains down little balls. Damn it. Come on. Get the health, get the health. Okay, leave those there, so... Wait for him to come back down. Fuck. Give me those. There we are. I'll read what chat's saying after I kill this boss. There we are, yeah. Oh, and I love this. Whenever you kill a boss, you get this slow-mo thing. Alright, let me read. I'm a fan, but not a Potterhead. I'm pretty much envious of Potterheads. I ship Hadrick. Oh, is that Cedric and Harry? Goblet of Fire book. Wasn't that scary to fight as a kid? It was. It was even more scary because you couldn't see him whenever he was cloaked in shadow. But anyway. I have way too much knowledge about Harry Potter than should be considered healthy. Oh yeah, and now Donald and Griff here in their default outfits. But yeah, I've got 2 videos on my YouTube channel about Harry Potter that I think are pretty good. But to be able to understand them, you'll need like a general knowledge of Harry Potter. At least enough like you've seen the movies. But which you seem to have, so like... give those videos a go. I think they're some of my best, and I quite enjoy them.
Hey, you know.
And it gives a good idea of like what my content was like, of like analysis and getting into the guts of a story or a game.
What do I
Pretty much enough that I know, plus maybe Fantastic Beasts. I've actually never seen Fantastic Beasts or read the book, but I've been told the book's nothing like the films. Let me grab my tea here real quick.
Oh. Huh? What a dream. Ah! This isn't a dream. Ugh, where am I? Oh boy.
Wrong headphones.
Do you know where we are?
Now they really captured the Disney art style well in this game. Pretty much enough that I still know. Oh yeah, Fantastic Beasts. I read that. Still got my Keyblade. And now ready for the greatest hub music in gaming. The nostalgia. This is the peak chill out video game music. It's so relaxing. The movies gave it a lot, gave it a plot where the writer of said book. The movies gave it a plot about the writer of said book. I'm not sure what you mean. I think you're dunking on J.K. Rowling. Which, by the way, it's very easy for people to hate on J.K. Rowling right now. And a lot of people are very critical of her writing style. And I acknowledge that her writing style has problems. But I do still stand by, I think she is a decent writer. I think in the manga of this game, this woman is a straight up prostitute. She's a good enough writer. Well, it's just sort of like, what annoys me about the critics of J.K. Rowling's writing style is that they are mostly just taking apart what she's written. They're taking what she's wrote and taking it apart. And it's sort of like a hindsight is 2020 kind of thing. Where like, yeah, sure, it's easy for you to look back and be really critical about all this stuff, but like coming up with it on the fly is like still very impressive. And then like it's one of those things of like, well, man, I'd like to see you come up with something more iconic, you know? Because I think Harry Potter is probably one of the most iconic. He's like up there with like Sherlock Holmes and Robin Hood as like one of the most iconic British figures now in literature. Like, are you gonna write something that's as iconic as that? I doubt it, buddy. You know, it's one of those type of things. So, like, it's very easy for you to stand there like an armchair critic and, like, pick apart any very small detail about her writing style. But the moments you ask them, they're like, well, can you do any better? And the answer is almost always no. So, you know, it's one of those things. Holy shit, yeah. Not saying that, like, them having that opinion is invalid or they shouldn't have that opinion. It just kind of bugs me. Also, they seem to be kind of willfully ignorant about some other things. Like, they'll take some things from the books that are very obviously jokes and then use that as an example of like how JK is like bad at like world building or fantasy storytelling. Like an example of this is that the currency of the Wizarding World is the same as, you know, regular money. It's like bronze is the least useful, silver's second useful, gold's most useful, right? You know, if you ever like have worked with coins or whatever, it's worth the same as pound sterling. And like the the numbering system is like, what was it, like 30 bronze coins, knuts, they're called, makes a sickle, and 7 sickles makes a galleon, and it's very like random numbers. And they use that as an example of like bad world building. But if you read where they say that in the books, it's very obviously a joke. Because Hagrid, the first time you hear about the money in the Wizarding World, it's from Hagrid. And it's whenever he's saying that, like, oh yeah, just like, take out some money. And then Harry's just like, what's this? And Hagrid's just sort of like, oh, it's wizarding money. It's sort of like, 38 knuts makes a galleon, and 12 sickles makes a galleon or whatever. It's simple, it's easy to understand, even though it's a very confusing numbering system. Like, why don't go 1 to 100 like every other currency system goes? But in that context, that's very obviously a joke, because he ends it with saying simple, so like the joke is that it's not simple, but it's supposed to be an example of how like wizards are weird, right? But people take that so literally and use it as an example of like bad world building, which it's not. It's a joke, man. Relax. It's like complaining about the world building in Winnie the Pooh or Peter Pan, or the tortoise and the hare. Yeah, she pretty much makes whimsy, and people take it too seriously. That's a good way of looking at it. And also, I think people forget that this is like a children's book. Like, oh man, I saw this dreadful TikTok, and it was like top 10 dark facts about Harry Potter, and one of them is that, did you know that the centaurs raped Umbridge whenever they dragged her into the forest? Because apparently centaurs do that in like Greek mythology, and it's just sort of like, bro, no, first of all, dude, you really need to know learn what a fact is. That is very obviously not a fact. That's like, at best, that is your very weird headcanon. And 2, like, it's... Alright, Samantha, can you please just use your brain for 5 seconds? Do you honestly think that J.K. Rowling put horse rape in her children's book? No. No, she didn't. That's... You're making that up. Come on now. Use your head. That's their made-up headcanon. Yeah, exactly. Who would even want that with Umbridge? Yeah. But they try to argue with it in the comments. It's like, oh, well, it's implied. It's not implied. Like, the person in the comments was just sort of like, well, Dumbledore had to rescue her from the forest, and she was like disheveled. What do you think that means? And I'm like, the centaurs hit her. They like punched her. Maybe they stomped on her. I don't think they, I think that's the implication. That they like roughed her up a little. Have you... Oh, okay, I'll ask you about this, since you're, like... Okay, I don't pay attention that much to fandoms. I think the only fandoms I ever, like, paid attention to was, like, the Game of Thrones fandom, because I was a part of that. And some fandoms for some video games, but I know fandoms are far more important for things like anime. What's some weird things that you've, like, interacted with various fandoms that you've been involved in? Yeah. You ever run into any weirdness? And I don't mean like people just getting like offended at something and like pearl clutching or whatever, but like weird things, weird stories amongst in a fandom. Because even like you brought up things. You're into, like, Harry and Cedric, right? You said that earlier. But, I don't think there's, like, any implication of that in the books. And I think you even accept that that's your own headcanon. Because, like, it's very obvious in the books that Harry likes Cho. And, like, It's unlikely he's gay. I never actually interacted in fandoms from Tumblr before. I mainly lurk and enjoy what I see. Yeah, it's a crack ship. Yeah. But you are sensible enough to acknowledge that, like, this is just something that I want in my head because I think these two look cool together.
They'll come at you out of nowhere,
Oh, this is the kind of character you would like.
and they'll keep on coming at you as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade.
I don't know if you played this. I think this guy's from Final Fantasy
Why would
IX.
a kid like you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Squall, I think his name is.
Never mind. Now, let's see that Keyblade.
What? There's no
Kind
way
of buff
you can
guy,
live.
kind of alts.
All right.
He's not quite homeless.
Your way.
He's a bit too pretty to be homeless, but he is, like, edgy. Oh, and he fucking one-shot me. I think you do get, like, a little reward if you manage to beat him, but
Hey, you found it.
I did
Nice
not.
going, Leon.
Still, it looks like things are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
That was a weird side-eye. Yeah, Yuffie. She's from Final Fantasy VII, I think. Have you played Final Fantasy VII? Yep, 7, alright. So I think this is a new cutscene that was added in the remix version of this game. This is not in the base PlayStation 2. Never played a game. Never played PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 game in my life. What, man? You're missing out. You should emulate a bunch of stuff. The emulators now for PlayStation 1 and 2 games are quite good, and you can run them pretty well on even like a pretty low-end laptop nowadays.
Gorsh.
Did you finish Alice Madness Returns, by the way? Could I spoil it? Like, am I safe to spoil?
Excuse me. Did the king send you?
And this is Aerith. Although she gets a new design. Yeah, you finished it. Okay.
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up. You okay?
Oh, why do her lips look so big here?
I guess.
Those creatures that attacked you are after the Keyblade. But it's your heart they really want. Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie. I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
A lot of people really like that angle you had there.
That's Leon.
The Keyblade.
Oh yeah, he's called Leon in this game.
We had to get it away from you.
I'm not
to
sure
take all those
why.
Creatures. It turns out that's how they were tracking you.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. But it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe that you, of all people, are the chosen one. Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
Why don't you start making sense? What's going on here?
Okay. You know there are many other worlds out there, besides your castle and this
I'll read
town,
what you
right?
said after this cutscene.
But they're supposed to be a secret.
They've been secret, because they've never been connected. Until now. When the Heartless came, everything changed.
The Heartless?
The ones who attacked you. You remember?
Those
Yeah, I don't know what's with Yuffie and this one side-eye.
Darkness in people's
I
hearts.
guess because the animators didn't want to animate her moving
darkness
to
within
talk to
every
him.
heart.
Hey, have you heard of someone named Ansem?
Oh, well, they just did it there.
And Sam?
He was studying the Heartless. He recorded all of his findings in a very detailed report.
Wars? Can we see it?
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
Scattered.
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to find them.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
We've got to find him.
This is such a uniquely designed room, but you're never supposed to go into it in the actual base game.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's some breaking the fourth wall in this.
So, this is the key.
Exactly.
The Heartless have great fear of the Keyblade. That's why they'll keep coming after you, no matter what.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room.
Why don't you all look at each other?
Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kairi!
You know what? I really don't know.
Okay, yeah, I'll read what you were saying. Oops. Maybe they named him Leon to troll the fans. Oh, well, like, that's like one of the most infamous transitions from Japanese games to Western audiences ever, like in a video game, because I know in Final Fantasy IX, so Leon talks in the Japanese version of Final Fantasy IX. However, whenever the game got ported over to Western audiences, he didn't talk at all. He was completely mute. Any time that there was any dialogue with Leon, they just put a ... That's all he ever said in the Western dub or Western sub of the game. Which is like, people like, I'm not even a Final Fantasy fan, and even I know that people were raging at that. Of like that. Yeah, it's weird. I'm prepared to hear your take on Alice Madness. Oh, that is weird. Yeah, it's, I think the reason that was given is that they thought that Western audiences would find him more cool if he didn't say anything. Because silent protagonists were kind of the trend at the time. And, they thought that he sounded like too weak in the base game. And they wanted to make him more like silent and edgy, things like that. I'm ready to hear your take on Alice Madness Returns. Well, bear in mind, I haven't played that game in like 12 years or so I barely remember anything of it. But, oh god, I'm trying to remember. I remember, like, one of my favorite things about it was that it was a platformer game that actually had the balls to give you a quadruple jump. You could jump 4 times. I remember that. Or was it 4 or 5? It was a lot, I remember, for a platformer, and I thought it was really fun. But no, I like Madness Returns. You know what, how long have we been going for? Nearly 2 hours? I'd say that's good enough. Yeah, I enjoyed those triple jumps, yeah. I think that's a good enough point to end it there. You want to keep on chatting in DMs, I'm up for it, but yeah, this is more just like get back into the swing of things, and I might do Dance Souls tomorrow. It depends if I like visit my family or not. I might visit them early on, and then do Dance Souls tomorrow. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you a lot later. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. You seem like a scammer.